Hello everyone, this is Running on Empty Food Review. So thank you for being here, thank you for watching, thank you for tuning in, if that's even possible on the YouTubes. No matter what, thank you for being here. So back to a more traditional setting with a rather traditional review. It's a pizza review, and this pizza is good old Tony's Supreme Pizza. Yes, Supreme Pizza, some like to call it. Today's review is for Tony's. Tony's Supreme Pizza, pizza with sausage, pepperoni, green and red peppers, and onions. Now, of course, let's not forget the sausage is made with pork and a chicken. Pepperoni is made with pork, chicken, and you guessed it, beef. Made with real cheese. Insane. That's crazy. And made from real tomatoes. This just keeps getting better and better. Amazing. Alright, so it's just their Supreme Pizza. You know, it's got a little smattering of everything on it, including pepperoni. That's pepperoni. It is. Vaguely pointed to something on the slice. That's pepperoni. Yeah. Your baking instructions for the pizza. This is for pizzeria style crust. You remove the pizza from the box in the wrapper. Pizza is done when the cheese is melted and edges are golden brown. It's a pretty golden brown there. Keep frozen until you're ready to cook. Preheat the oven to 400. Place the frozen pizza directly on the center oven rack. Cook for 22 minutes. We cooked it for the full 22 this time. Got a nice little bake on the pizza, but I kind of like that. And now we can't forget this thing that took up literally like half the back here, so let's read this. Tailgate at yourplace.com. Love pizza and love to win. We're giving away over $150,000 in prizes. Save this pizza box. Saving this for the rest of my life now. Go online to tailgateatyourplace.com. Compare this picture with our scavenger hunt questions. Okay, so I give you this little picture here of your stereotypical family clad in orange, eating their pizzas. I guess you gotta spot the differences. Orange hair seems to, no, they're dyeing their hair orange, their faces are painted orange, everything's orange here. I guess football stuff. So let's eat. We can go for the slice first, and then we'll try the other one. I think the last pizza of theirs we tried was their Pepperoni Pizza. Alright, so trying the pizza here. I know it's not a deep dish pizza or, a thicker dough pizza, I suppose. Just thinner for the most part. So really, it's not all that chewy. However, the one characteristic about the base of the pizza, the dough itself, is that it's airy. Alright? Kind of separated into little layers. The bottom here, you have this harder layer. And then it's kind of like it's a weird texture for a pizza. But then you got this top layer here where all the toppings are. It's kind of like harder at the bottom and then a fluffier layer on the top. So it's a very neat texture for a pizza slice, that's for sure. And then of course we have all the toppings and the components. Before anything else, though, let's just try out the crust and let's see how that is. We'll just eat the rest. There's so little left in this slice. We'll just pop the rest in right now. So what about the rest of the pizza? You know, how's that holding out for you? Well, the box proudly states on the very front, as our pizza, unlike those scumbags at DiGiorno and Freshetta and everyone else, ours is made with real cheese and real tomatoes. Now, it doesn't say anything about the peppers or the pepperoni or the onions. I mean, that could be fake, but at least we know the cheese and the tomato sauce is real. So, I mean, how is it? Well, I mean, surprisingly enough, the overwhelming quality of this pizza is actually the dough, and how airy it is with these little layers type thing. I've never seen that with any other pizza. Alright. Sorry to say it like this, but the sauce and the cheese, it may be real, but it's just there. Doesn't have any striking qualities. The cheese doesn't stand out at all. The sauce isn't rich with tomato boldness or any of that stuff. It's there. It's kind of like a placeholder, I guess. The pepperoni, too, is not overly striking in any way, shape, and or form. It's, not all that salty or spicy. It's kind of there. The one thing I do notice about the pepper variety on the pizza is that they're rather chewy. Well, not the pepper itself, but the skin, I guess, is just really chewy. It'll definitely stay in your mouth. Get stuck to everything. It's real fun. And the sausage is just kind of there. I mean, the crust is thin and, crispy and hard like a cracker. But, overall, it's a rather bland pizza for, what it claims to be a supreme pizza with fresh sauce and, cheeses. So, I mean, kind of disappointed. Listen, it's edible. Easily edible. I mean, I'm going to eat this whole pizza. This is my meal for the evening. I'm going to devour it, but, it's just not what it proclaimed itself to be. Neat little consistency kind of thing with the base of the pizza, but, otherwise it's just overall bland. And then the chewy skin on the peppers. But overall, it's just kind of disappointing. You expect it to just be rich and, exploding with flavor, and it's not doing either of those things. But it does have fresh cheese and sauce. So how much was Tony's pizza? Well, the one thing about Tony's pizza is that Mr. Tony always provides a good deal. Pizza you could find anywhere between, most places, now of course price varies, but it could be anywhere between $3 and $7, which is a pretty affordable pizza, especially for a supreme pizza like this one is. However, it's more on the bland side, but, it's passable. You could easily eat this. And say it's food. You can do that. It passes for a meal. So, out of 10, what are you going to give this? Well, I'm going to be giving this pizza a 7.3 out of 10. A little bit below average. Just, a little blander in terms of flavor of everything for a supreme pizza, but still edible, still enjoyable, but, it's not going to be rich in flavor at all, by any means. That concludes this review. Thanks very much for watching. This is Running on Empty Food Review. Today we reviewed Tony's Supreme Pizza. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you later. Take care.